Blockchain-based games are moving past their more stagnant phases that we saw in recent history and now bringing in some exciting action. And in today's video, Funjible Games want to bring you the ultimate fighting games that you can play in Web3 right now. What's up, gamers? My name's Mike and I'm your host here at Funjible Games. Now with the first one, we're going to dive straight into Katana Inu, and I must say, after playing it a few times now, it is a really fun game, genuinely. It kind of has like an open world feel mixed with Super Smash Bros. They've done a really great job of building up the arena, so it's like fighting game mechanics with spells and combos, but you can move around more similar to that of like a small Call of Duty map. Now the game itself has like a really cool Prince of Persia type feel. They've started off and built an incredible tutorial mode. There you walk around this incredible ancient Colosseum that goes and it transitions to different map types throughout with fun dynamic tutorials. It's not just staying in one spot, it's a constant evolution as you're learning your different moves and traveling around the different maps. When it's time to build out your character, you've got so many different options. You've got spellcasters, you've got sword specialists, you've also got different things like different skins, whether it be like a fox skin, different kind of battle skins, and if you want to go for more of like a fun meme vibe, you've got like a Pepe and a baby Doge that you can use as well. Currently, Katana Inu offers two main game modes. You have Battle Royale and the Arena. In Battle Royale mode, you have up to 60 players playing at once where they can team up or play solo. Or in Arena mode, having smaller maps more focused on close quarter battles. This involves 1v1 or 3v3 experiences. So they've really done a great job at capturing what a variety of gamers would want to experience. Gamers can also acquire a variety of in-game items like weapons, abilities, spells, poses, and skins, all of which can be earned by playing the game. There's also in-game tasks where you can unlock hidden abilities and unique skill sets for each character. By completing these challenges, players can improve and advance their character's abilities. Needless to say, we genuinely really recommend this game because it's honestly just so much fun. If you want to read more about it and a review, head on over to fungible.games, or if you want to play it right away, head on over to the Katana Inu website. It's currently in a closed phase where you need an access key, but you can get one of those pretty easily simply by holding 30,000 Katana Inu tokens, having one of their NFTs, or if you want to do the community-based way, head on over into their Discord and participate in challenges, and you can get one that way too. And just as a heads up, currently in closed beta, currently the 1v1 and 3v3 game modes are available, but like we said, they're so much fun, and their aim for their open beta is to come sometime in Q3. Next up, we've got a unique fighting game called Rec League, and this one is cool because you're fighting against each other in mechs, and each mech is unique and player generated. In Rec League, mechs are giant, tough machines, super strong and have powerful cores that give them great abilities. Each of the mech's parts in the game adds unique abilities like special attacks or longer block times. Players create their own mechs and take part in intense one-on-one battles, trying to outsmart and overpower their opponents. Rec League is the best mech combat sport in the Megaverse. Known for its exciting battles and customization options, the game is part of a bigger universe that includes characters from Bored Apes and Otherside, making it rich in story and gameplay. Now, the mechs themselves can be designed with 10 different NFT parts, each having its own unique stats and skills, and players can swap out parts in order to customize their mechs even further. Test out all the abilities and the fighting style you want to use in their training mode, and then bring it into the arena. In this game, you also get to use randomly generated action cards, which enable players to execute some powerful moves. Players can claw their way up the leaderboards by taking part in tournaments and events. Now, to play the game, you need a mech, and you have the choice. You can either build it in your garage or purchase one on the marketplace. So if you want to read up more on this one, head on over to fungible.games and check out our articles there, or head on over to recleague.xyz where you can get started, and this one is playable on PC, Mac, and they even have an Android version. Now, if however, you're more into that old school fighting game, I think MetaFighter is for you. This one has the feel of that Mortal Kombat Street Fighter vibe, so if you like those games, you're gonna love this one. And when it comes to blockchain gaming, it's definitely leading its peers. In MetaFighter, players control characters from different historical periods and compete to become the greatest fighter of all time. Each fighter's strengths and weaknesses depend on the era they come from, including their characteristics, design, fighting style, animations, and overall skills. And just like in Tekken, for instance, in MetaFighter, each fight has has 2 rounds and lasts 45 seconds. And if that fight is tied after 2 rounds, you're going into a decisive overtime match. Now what's cool about this one, in Web3 gaming fashion, you get to own your actual character as an NFT. There are lots of colorful characters to choose from and can be customized and upgraded. They've also got 2 different styles for this game, depending on the type of gamer you are. If you're just out for a little bit of fun and want to get that nostalgic Street Fighter feeling, then in this case, just have fun and enjoy that retro feeling game. But if you're more on the side where you want to fight and earn money while you're playing, this game has that option too. Players can generate revenue from using their arena NFTs. You can also earn the MetaFighter token in wagered bets with your friends and opponents around the world, or in tournaments. Now, speaking of special events, GameT is having one right now where you can earn their token in an airdrop event. For this event, there's going to be 17.5 million tokens up for grabs, which is 1.75% of their supply. Now, there's 3 main ways to participate. First, for the airdrop, there's 1 million tokens set aside to grind it up in MetaFighter, and the higher you get on leaderboards, the more points you're going to score. Second is the more simple punch to earn game, where 8 million tokens are up for grabs, and in this one you actually get to participate on Telegram, so head on over to the GameT website to find out more there. And finally, you have step 3 that involves the GameT Telegram bot and staking. And for this staking model, the longer you stake your GameT tokens, the more you're going to get from their 3.5 million airdrop reward. Keep in mind though that you can only stake once per wallet, so if you want to deposit more tokens later, set up a new wallet to do so. The next one on this list, coming from Netmarbles, is the King of Fighters Arena. If you're a fan of fighting games, you probably recognize this game because they've been in franchise since 1994. In the King of Fighters Arena, players participate in different matches that'll set you upon your tier skill level. Winning or losing matches will determine your tier level, and the better you do, the more points you'll score in the leaderboard. And this is important because this directly dictates how many rewards you're going to be getting at the end of the season. The game features fighter cards, which are NFTs that players can mine for each character. These NFTs affect the ability and price of the fighters in game, and owning these cards can give you extra benefits like earning fighter card tokens. The Netmarble game offers multiple venues where players can try to beat their opponent into submission. And if you're already a fan of this franchise, good news, because they're going to be bringing back some of their classic characters. So make sure to download this one on PC, iOS, or Android and enjoy that classic fighting action. Now, this brings us to the exciting last entry on the list, which is Champions Ascension. Now, this might not be that traditional fighting game like some of the others on this list, but it brings those fun fighting mechanics to an arena RPG. In this Web3 game, players assemble a stable of ruthless gladiators and equip them and train them. These champions then embark in fun quests in this dangerous world. Here, you battle enemies and earn rewards climbing the ranks of power. One standout feature of Champions Ascension is that players can actually participate and explore other player-created dungeons. And even in these player-created dungeons, there's going to be loot and game mechanics. You could do really well and earn lots of in-game loot, or they might have a pretty big surprise that leads to your downfall. Players can also craft gear for their champions, as well as build their own custom towers. These towers must defend against other players looking to plunder them, and you can also try and pillage a tower of your rival. Now, Champions Ascension offers several game modes, including a chaotic free-for-all with 20 fighters, intense 3v3 battles, and challenging raid boss PvE encounters. The goal here is to have your champions make it through these quests and ascend to a higher level of power. Now, to participate in this one, head on over to champions.io. But if you want to read more about it or other games, make sure you stop at fungible.games, where we have in-depth walkthroughs, up-to-the-minute news, and community game reviews where you can see what other players are saying about your favorite games. Of course, also make sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel where you can find other videos, like we did an in-depth video of Katana Inu earlier if you want to check that out, as well as interviews from different big gaming founders.